new game. Let's put it to the test of the potentially cool game checklist. So, is it an RPG? The role-playing card game? Yes. Is it portable? Well, yes. Can it be played solo? Ooh, let's check. 1 to 6 players. Get in! Expedition, the role-playing card game. This was on Kickstarter 2 or 3 years ago, but I didn't know at the time about this game, and I only heard about it a couple of months ago, and I watched a couple of videos and I read some reviews about it, but then I wasn't really convinced about the game until a couple of days ago when I was in London and I spotted it in a shop, and on a whim I bought it. So let's see how it plays. So first of all, the components are cards, a lot of cards, and a really short rules booklet, and you're gonna find out why it's really short here. D20 and some, they look like paper clips. So the rule book is really small because, as they say on the box, you will need to be able to play it. You need to download the companion app, which is free, and the companion app is here. There you go. And the game is mostly driven by the app, and like a choose your own adventure book, the app will provide you with quests, and in a quest you will be asked to make some decisions, and based on your decisions you will move forward in the adventure or in the quest, and you will encounter enemies, and then the app will tell you to pick up specific components and cards to simulate the combat scenario, and so on and so forth. So let's set it up and see how it plays. Okay, everything is set up and we are ready to go. What I did, I separated the deck of cards based on the type of cards, and I created different decks. These are the monsters or creatures decks, these are the ability decks, and these are the loot decks, and this is the adventurers deck. It also comes with some reference cards. So we got our decks, we've got our 20-sided D20 die, and we got the paper clips that are used to keep track of your health on your adventurers, but also on the monsters. As I said, the instruction booklet just explains the different type of cards that you have, and then they tell you to just follow the instruction on the app. So let's see what the app says. To begin, all players hold one finger on the screen or double tap to manually set player count. So it's just me. I'm gonna put my finger on. There you go, it recognizes one player, and now it gives you some options for quests, and I believe it filters the quests based on the player count. So at the moment I should be able to see the quests that are suitable for one player. Okay, so we got learning to adventure, oust Albanus, your party encounters a smelly situation. Okay, this is a quest. Mistress malaise, mystery, misfortune and a mistress. Dungeon crawl, how deep can you delve, more quests, so you can go to more quests, tools, and shop. I believe you can buy extra things, or you can buy the cards, I think. Okay, let's go with Austelbanus. Your party encounters a smelly situation. So you select that. There you go. Your party encounters a smelly situation by Scott Martin. And this is an official quest. So we can play, and it gives you the details of the quest. So it doesn't require anything. It doesn't require anything special. Content rating is for everyone. Okay. Playtime 20-40 minutes. Players 1 to 6. Genre comedy. Language English, and when it was updated. Okay. So apparently this is a comedy. Let's go with play. Okay. Cards. Separate cards into like piles, which we did. Adventurers, solo play. Select 2 adventurers of your choice and set them face up in front of you. For 1 to 2 players, we do not recommend using adventurers with music abilities. Okay. Clip a health tracker onto your adventurer at full health, 12. So okay, just told us to select 2 adventurers. And they suggest not to select adventurers that have music abilities. Okay, so we've got the dutiful soldier, the alcoholic diplomat, the pack rat, the befuddled mage, the stealthy recluse, the fretful bard, the wild hunter, the hungry chef, the idealist monk, and the magical minstrel. Okay, well, let's go with the dutiful soldier, which got 6 melee, that's good. This has got music, nothing. This has got ranged, melee, and magic, which is the pack rat. Yeah, let's go with that. Okay, so, and then I can put the rest back in the box. And they say to mark them as 12 health points. I'm not going to actually put them on the card because the card quality is a bit poor and they get marked, and I don't want to ruin the cards, so I'll just put them on top. Okay, so we've done that. Then it tells you abilities. Draw the starting abilities listed on your adventurer. 1 2 players, draft pick each ability. For each ability, draw 3, keep 1. Return the other 2 to the bottom of the deck. Okay, read through your abilities. You may mulligan, redraw once if desired. Shuffle them into your stack face down in front of you. Okay, fine. So what they say is based on the abilities that you got on your characters, then you need to go and pick the relevant cards. And so this one is the dutiful soldier. You got 6 melee, so what they actually say to do is you pick 3, you look at them, you choose 1, you keep 1, and you shuffle the other 2 back in the deck, and then you do the same until you got 6 melee cards for your adventurer. For this playthrough I just picked the first 6. 6, and we'll wish the adventurer luck. And the same for the pack rat. 2 ranged, let's get 2 ranged, 2 melee, there you go, 1 and 2 magic. Okay, let's shuffle them up, as they say. So you should actually read the different abilities and decide which one to keep, but just for this quick playthrough I'll just go random abilities. Okay, and then it tells you to gather a d20 die and helper card. So this is d20 and there's a helper card. All right, next, and you go next. Okay, a strange arrival, and here is where the quest actually starts, the narrative starts, and I'm gonna put through my really thick accent, and hopefully you're gonna find it funny, if not boring. So your party arrives in Gruyere, a small plains town known for their cheese. Okay, Gruviera in Italian, all right. The townspeople emerge and see you. They stamp towards you, furious. He's gone and taken it. He's taken it all. Okay? You attempt to console them and ask for clarification. Albanius! He's gone and stolen all of our cheese. This simply won't do. And now is where he gives you the options. You've got two options here. You can help the villagers recover their precious cheese, or attack the filthy peasants for wasting your time. What should we do? Should we be nasty and just attack them? No, let's be nice. So help the villagers recover their precious cheese. Thank you, they shout, weeping with joy. That cheese is our livelihood here in Gruyere. The small crowd pushes you towards the center of the road, gesturing towards an open manhole cover. Albinus lives down there. You are a bit unsure of where this is going, but you did agree to help them. Down the fetid hole you go. And then you go next. The sewer smells precisely as bad as you imagined them, but wafting on the air you smell the distinctly foot-like stench of fresh Limburger. Albinus can't have gotten far. As you head deeper into the sewers the light grows dark, and blah blah blah. Next, okay, and now is when the application tells you to set up an encounter. So it tells you prepare to fight. Is the giant rat is a tier 3 of that type of encounter, which is this one, the beast, and it's gonna be the giant rat. There it is. And I believe I need to put the token to the largest number of health, which is 15. Okay. And you can also hear the music. There's the tension is building up. So you go next. Now it tells you solo play. Play as both adventurers, keeping each of their... Wait a second, let's mute it. Play as both adventurers, keeping each of their draw and discard piles separate. Okay. Shuffle your ability, draw pile. Keep abilities played this combat in a separate discard pile. If you run out of ability cards to draw, shuffle your discard into a new draw pile, and blah blah blah. Pre-draw, so you need to shuffle your abilities, decks, and pick up draw 3 cards. And once you've got, when you draw the 3 cards without looking at them, you can start the timer. And when you need to choose one of the abilities, when you've chosen them, you need to put your finger on the screen again after you start the timer to stop the timer. And here is where the rushing part of the game comes into play. You need to be quick at choosing your ability, otherwise the timer will run out, and if it runs out, usually the monsters will attack you, or you're gonna get some damage, or you're gonna get a deficit out of it. Alright, so let's do that. As I'm playing solo, they tell you to do the choosing for both adventurers. So let's shuffle them up and draw 3 cards for this. Okay, and put them there, and then shuffle the other deck up and get 3 cards here. Now I start the timer. I need to quickly choose an ability for this adventurer and another one for the other adventurer, and when I've done that, I need to put my finger on the screen to stop the timer. Alright, ready, go. Alright, let's do bash, press forward, or split strike. This one deals 3 damage. I'll choose this one for this adventurer. And here, long shot, clone, long shot. Okay. So you see that as soon as I touched the screen, the timer stopped and it went to the next phase. So roll. Each adventurer rolls a die for each ability. And if the roll is more or equal than the ability, so if you see each ability has got the structure of the card is that there's a title, they've got the success, so this ability is going to be successful if you roll 7 or more. Target is 1, so you can only target one enemy. And if successful, you deal 3 damage. If it's 20 or more, your roll, you deal double damage. If it's 1 or less, you take 3 damage. So that's the critical say and the failure scenario. And they all have those kind of things. So I've done that. I've selected the abilities, so I need to roll. Let's roll for this one, the dutiful soldier first. And I attack the giant rat. 8, just. 8 is more than 7, yes, so I can deal 3 damage. So 1, 2, and 3. Nice. And now the long shot. I gonna roll, first of all. 20, there you go. So, oh, that's pretty good. So 20 means that I can deal 5 damage and I can deal double damage because it's a critical. So I'll deal 10 damage, so it goes down to 2. Okay. This is resolve and discard, so I discard the ability now because I've used it. And there are enemies could have modifiers on their card. You need to check if there are any. This one doesn't have any modifiers, so it just takes the damage. And that's it, and then you press next. Okay, all adventurers take 2 damage. So 1, 2, 1, 2. That is simulating the enemy attacking you. And if the tier sum is 3, which is still 3, because I've got this enemy still in play. If I had another enemy of tier 1, the sum of the tier is going to be 4. And the application will know about it because it tells you to get them out. But then you can reduce it if you kill one of the enemies, and that one will then change the stats for the next combat. Okay, adventurers, we are still 2, yeah. Did we win or were we defeated? No, we didn't win because we're still alive, and we weren't defeated because we are still alive, so just press next. Okay, solo play. Play as both adventurer, and then again we're gonna do another round. So I've used those abilities, so I'm gonna keep them in the discard pile. I need to reshuffle the list of abilities, get 3 out without looking at them. Same for the other adventurer, 1, 2, and 3. Okay, without moving the markers. And now that I'm ready, I can start the timer. Oh, you don't see it. There you go. Right. Let's look at it. 2 damage, deal 3 damage, deal. I'll go with a mid club for this. And I'll go with the damage, deal 8 damage with the rage for this one. Okay. All right. Now I need to resolve and discard again. So I need to roll, resolve, and discard. So I'll go for this one first. So the mid club is 7 more, target 1 and deals 2 damage. Double the effects if at least one ally or enemy is at 0 health. No, I cannot do that. So let's just roll. And it's a 13, so I deal 2 damage. 1, 2, which is kind of kills that monster. Let's do this one. So I need to roll a 6 or more. I believe there's no point in doing this, but I'll do it anyway. So it was a 17. This one is 0. This one is 10. Okay. So I actually succeeded, and I deal 8 damage and take 4 damage. Ah, okay. So I still deal the damage, but it doesn't go under 0. So I take 4 damage. 4, because I used rage, apparently. Okay, and I go into the discard pile. So let's go next. Now we can say, so all adventurers take 1 damage still, so I'll take 1 damage. There you go. And now we can say that we won, because the tier of the monsters is 0 now, because this one has been defeated. So if you do victory, now it tells you victory, shuffle all your abilities cards back into your ability draw pile. All adventurers heal to full health, so they go back up to 12. And the party draws the following loot: 1 tier 1 loot and 1 tier 2 loot. Alright. You now draw the loot. There you go. And you got some stuff: Bargain Potion and Scroll of Chance. Alright, which gives you some abilities. And you level up. All adventurer may learn a new ability. Draw 3 abilities from one of the decks listed on your adventurer card, add 1 to your ability deck, and place the remaining 2 at the bottom of the deck. So that is how you level up, you gain more abilities. And that is the quick playthrough of the game. I have to say that I started off thinking about this review with a different idea of the game. I didn't like it the first time I played it. Maybe I wasn't in the right mood. Maybe I just did the introduction quest, which maybe is a bit too simple. But now that I played it again a couple of times, I quite enjoyed it as a really light RPG. The things that I still don't like about it is the production quality. The cards are really poor, and they are different in colors. Some of them, you can see different shades of brown as well. They are difficult to shuffle, they get stuck together. They are really poor quality. And the other thing is the clips. They just ruin the cards. I've seen people online just using cubes to cover the number of where your health is. And also I'm always doubtful about games with an app, because in this case the app is at the center of the game, and say that is not that popular but you still like the game, and in a year time they remove the app from the App Store or from Google Play or whatever other store there's gonna be in 2 years time, then you're stuck with cards and you cannot play the game anymore. I don't know if they've already thought about it and they've got alternatives, but I'm always doubtful about games with an app that guides you through, because you are at the mercy of the developers of the app and the sellers of the app. I can see it as a nice framework for creating quick quests and getting people involved in RPGs, because you really got all the elements to create an RPG. You got encounters, monsters, different level of monsters, you got abilities, you got loot, you just need a story on top and you can make it up yourself. One other thing that I didn't really appreciate, and maybe it's just me, I don't know, is the selection of adventurers. The names are, I don't know if they're trying to be funny, but at least for me, they are not being funny at all. I mean, the Hungry Chef, ha ha ha, everybody. That's another one. That's the, what is it? The alcoholic diplomat. Again, ha ha ha. Maybe I'm being a bit too harsh about it. Maybe use those for kind of comedy quests, which is fine. I would have appreciated, and I don't know if they will create one, the ability to create your own characters. So again, maybe through the app, the ability to give a name to the character and then, based on some questions, come up with different abilities that your character will have. So those could be a kind of a nice touch, I think, for the game. But as I said, I started off not liking the game. I even posted on our gaming group Facebook page a photo of it, saying that I was really disappointed with it. But playing it again in the last couple of days, it kind of changed my mind. It seems it's got a lot of potential, I think. And I also want to play it with maybe 3 or 4 people, because the combat, what happens is that you all need to choose an ability to play, and then everyone needs to put their finger on the screen to stop the timer. So that's element of rush that at the beginning I didn't like, but maybe it makes it a little bit more fun and more real, because you're in a combat, you need to quickly decide what to do. And that's it. This is Expedition, the role-playing card game. So hopefully my fear of the app disappearing is gonna go away, because they reassure me that it's not gonna go away. But as I said, I've changed my mind on the game, and I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you next time.